No, we were talking earlier about what I do to motivate myself, and the reality of it is that, like I said earlier, I have to overcome those days. But today was a little bit of a heavy day, and what I mean by heavy, I haven't really experienced. Here's the deal. Today was the first day that I cognitively laid on the couch and experienced. I had a panic. I had an anxiety attack. Fear had me by the throat. I don't know why. Fear of dying. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the pain. I'm more afraid of, leaving people behind. Afraid of the things, like this, sitting here.
Yeah.
And those, I work so hard to depress feelings of fear. That's the biggest thing. But once you have to learn that, I've learned that by suppressing those feelings, fear of death, they can only stay down so long. And after a while, you got to let them up. Today, for whatever reason, tired. Today, just God picked me to say, today, Aspera, I want you dealing with your fears of dying. And whether I was ready for it or not. And it was sobering. And I asked, I literally said, Aspera, where's this coming from, and why all of a sudden you're afraid? And like I said, it's not fear of pain. It's not fear of, anything. It's worried about leaving the people that I love, missing the fun things of life. I've had such a great time. I don't want to miss any parties. I keep going. So once I got over that and got through that, I just said, all right. So here's a long-winded story. Today was a kind of a strange day. It was hard to get out. It was hard to get up and going, and then I had to deal with myself having an anxiety attack and looking in the mirror of what's the matter, what's wrong. And what was wrong was I had an anxiety attack of fear of dying. I mean, that's the reality. We're all dying. Nobody gets out of this thing alive.
Yep.
I'm no different than anybody else. It's just that somehow the gods put a proverbial carrot, like in the old days, they'd put a carrot in front of a carriage horse, and the horse keeps walking towards the carrot. That's the metaphor of the ALS, is there that proverbial death carrot is in front of you, and you try not to watch it, you're walking towards it. And today was one of the first days in a long, long time, good, bad, or indifferent, right, ready, or wrong, I had to deal with it. And so we got through it, and here I am talking to all my friends out in out in television land.
There's some cultural beliefs are that when we're born, right, we're not born into fear, we're born into love.
Right.
And that one of the only ways we can truly kind of cleanse our souls and be ready to transition from one place to the next is to allow ourselves to kind of feel fear and then release it.
And let it go. Put it on. If anyone's out there read the book Tuesdays with Maury, who was an ALS patient, and the quick study of the book was a sports writer would go visit a professor of his who had ALS, was dying of ALS. Maury was the professor. And Maury would talk about put your fears on as you would an old sweater. Wear it and get comfortable with it. Know that it's not going to hurt you. Put it on, and then when you're ready to take it off, hang it up, and know where it is. It's in the closet, and put it away. Because if you recess it all the time and don't deal with it, is really where you're going to get in trouble. And our kind of, and you and I dealing together, our new kind of our new mantra as of late is the power of positive thinking. And that I keep going back to Asper, you got to stay positive, because my body will react down to the very cell and tissue of positive and or negative feelings and thought. So I'm willing myself, so to speak, stay positive, stay healthy, keep going, don't give up. And that gets me through the day. And in talking about it, I can feel this huge, it's just like, this is kind of graphic, but it's like flushing the toilet, just like keep rid of everything. Me being able to talk to people out there and tell you, hey, today, I wasn't Superman today. I got up and I was afraid, scared, afraid, tears. And trying to look deep inside, well, what are you afraid of? And I'm afraid of dying. I don't want to die. So, well, you're not going to die. You're not going to die tomorrow. No, none of us are going to die tomorrow. But there's that proverbial carrot that's out there, and it's just so many wonderful people in my life. I'm going to miss them, and I miss the fun things of the day-to-day things that we do. And anyway, that's enough of that. And it's like Forrest Gump says, and I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
That's all I got to say about that?
That's all I got to say about that, yeah.
I think, Johnny, one of the gifts that we've talked about gifts and such, and I think one of the gifts that fear can give us sometimes is that, you talk about the carrot, it puts in front of us the things we value and appreciate the most too. It's that fear of losing them, the fear of not being there with them, right?
Yeah.
And I think you're talking about how much important the positivity is with that, and surrounding yourself with that. It's unfortunate that the reminder has to be there in fear, but it's also, I think, a blessing sometimes, because it reminds us of the things that are so dear to us and so close to us and so meaningful to us, to really fill up our life, as much as we can with whatever time we do have, whether it's tomorrow or if it's 6 months from now, or if it's 6 years or if it's 60 years from now. Mm-hmm. Get those parties in, have fun with the people that you love and care about, smile, eat that extra slice of cake.
We talked about the body image is out the door. We're done with that one. So.
Hey, Johnny.
All right, brother.
Awesome, man.
Okay, yeah, thanks.